Hey guys, what's going on? Here we go. I could be cool, and I could like wear my ear things on my leg, like cool instructor people do. I'm not an instructor by any means, so don't do that. Here in this video, we're going to talk about a holster that I got off of Facebook. Okay, it was advertised on Facebook. It's actually a holster from WeThePeopleHolsters, and if you're much of a gun person and you're on Facebook at all, you probably have seen these advertisements, okay? I would think. That's where I saw it. And so I'm a sucker for advertising. I mentioned that in my my Instagram post a while back ago. And, you know, if you can convince me that I need whatever this thing is, especially gun related, sometimes I'll get it. But if I really feel like I could use it and I would use it, I try not to just get stuff because it's cool. I try to have a purpose for what it is. And so when I saw these holsters, I was thinking, you know what? I do not have a Kydex holster for my Smith & Wesson shield. Okay, I carry it on my ankle all the time. I love that carry position. Only problem is that carry position, its major drawback is that it is very conspicuous to draw. It's okay, you can't draw very quickly from the ankle. I don't care who you are. It's hard to drop down to clear your pant leg, whatever, to grab the gun out and then to engage versus carrying on your waist. That's why a lot of people don't like to carry their primary gun on their ankle. I just do it because I'm lazy, and it's very windy and it's probably gonna blow my camera over, and I hope it doesn't mess up your volume. Mess up your ears anyway. So what we got was this holster from WeThePeopleHolsters. Trying to take a picture of that for you. And it's just a very simple Kydex holster, okay? But it appears to be well enough made. I'm not an expert on this stuff by any means, but it appears to be well enough made. And what the main thing was you can get Kydex holsters, and they can cost anywhere between $100 and whatever dollars, and real cheap ones off eBay. And these, I believe, retail for, at the time of this video, they retail for around $35-ish or something like that. And they had a coupon, of course, on Facebook, and I got it shipped for like $27. Okay, and to me that was worth it because $27 for a Kydex holster, which really, like I said, I'm not a master on this stuff. I'm not an expert. I can't tell you everything. But if it's a good quality Kydex and it's not going to crack and break like that, then I don't see why you wouldn't be able to use it. Okay, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't make any sense, but it obviously, like you see, it comes with a clip. Some people don't like clips. I don't mind them. They're fine. It comes with these different angles that you can adjust your clip at, so you can carry it straight up and down, like if you're going to carry it at appendix, or you could put it at an angle if you're going to carry like back at the 5 o'clock position or 3 o'clock or whatever o'clock 30 you want to call it. You can carry it back there, and with that little bit of an angle, and I'm not wearing an undershirt, okay, so all you people that get sensitive, you can blind your eyes because I'll blind it with my white skin. But with that angle on here, right, it's a very natural position for your hand to be able to grab the gun versus being straight up and down, and it actually helps snug the gun up to your body. Now, my main issue with any holster that goes on your waist is I've never really been able to successfully completely conceal the guns on my waist, whether it's strong side, you know, small the back, appendix, whatever. There's always something sticking out, you know, especially when you go to bend over and stuff. You'll get this tuck. I do all the time. You'll get this, I don't know if you can see this or not, you'll get this tuck, okay, and then over if you don't fix it, then your gun's gonna end up being exposed. And if you do fix it, then you're always, forget the term, there's a term for it, but you're always fixing your garment. And anybody that knows anything about if they're trying to rob you or if they're just tactically minded, you know, and they're looking for what individual can do what, if they see you always fixing something, always checking your back, or always making sure your shirt's down, that's a telltale sign. That's a major sign to somebody that knows what they're looking for. If they see you always doing this, they know you got a gun. This is like, I got something in my eye, but they know you have a gun, and they know that you're that's what you're doing, is you're covering up your gun. Man, I got something in my eye. Man, I'm not really emotional, but I got something in my eye. So if I look like I'm crying, I'm okay. I'm really okay. I just got something in my eye. So basically what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do a couple draws for y'all. This is not an educational video by any means, but just for the sake of video entertainment, whatever. The main things to note, as you can see, I've learned from experience a couple things. I knew it before, I just didn't implement it right. Wherever you're drawing, your basic steps of a draw is you got to clear whatever garment you got. You got to get a full grip of the gun, okay? And then you, what would be the word? You positively draw the gun, okay? I don't know if that makes any sense. This gun has a manual safety, so I would draw the gun. At this point, I would take the safety off, okay? And then that's when your hands meet and you present the gun, okay? That's how I do it. There are different ways to do it. Different people teach different things. That's how I prefer to do it. I could be wrong. You let me know if I'm wrong. I got my other camera. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of the shots here on steel, but basically, and I'm not going to go for speed. I don't have a timer. I wish I had a timer, but I don't. But you would clear your garment. You would draw, safety off, and fire. And then if it has a manual safety, you put it on manual safety. You put the safety on, you put it away. I'm going to say this right now, okay? And I don't know if I've said it in other videos, but a lot of people ragged me on my I shot myself video. Again, I'm crying because I'm emotional. No, because I got something in my eye. A lot of people ragged me on this, okay, about not having a manual safety, okay? Manual safeties can be great, but manual safeties can get you killed if you do not practice. And I mean, when you practice, practice. I mean, hundreds, or hopefully thousands of draws on your gun. Because if you do not practice every single time flicking that safety off, then under stress, all it takes is that one time under stress that you pull that gun out, you don't put it on safety, and it's on, or you don't take it off safety, so it's on safe. You pull that gun out in that time means life situation, and you go click, 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 and that gun don't fire, and you get killed holding a dead gun, or holding a loaded gun on safe, holding a safe gun, okay? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If you're gonna carry a gun with a manual safety, you desperately need to practice. Here's that wind. But you desperately need to practice taking that safety off and putting that safety on, okay? That's why some people, even people that carry like the shield with the manual safety, they leave it off and they leave it. They don't put the safety on. I've never had it accidentally come on, okay? But if you take it off and just leave it off, you can do that and you'll be perfectly fine. It would be just as safe, and arguably it would be safer to carry it like this than it would be with the manual safety on, okay? Just for now, I've been carrying it with the safety engaged and then practicing taking it off. So again, basic thing is you're gonna clear your garment, draw your gun, safety off, engage your target. And then before you put it away, you take your safety, put your safety on if that's what you choose to do. Do it a couple times here. And I'm not doing the whole search and assess thing that teach. I'm just getting my draws in. So that's how it looks. Pretty simple. It works pretty well. I'm going to change the carry position. I'm going to show you. I'm going to change it. Basically what you do is I'm going to take out this screw. I think it's this one. One of them. I'm going to change this carry position. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Now basically, I'm carrying it in the appendix position right now, okay? And all I had to do was adjust or take out one of the screws, align the clip straight up and down so that it will fit right there, just like that, okay? Now, I'll leave this like this so you can see. Let's talk about this for a second, because I get ragged on all the time, especially in that one video, for carrying a gun like this, okay? Let me say, hold on. Okay, for you Nazis, complete Nazis, I shouldn't even do this for you. Trust me, it's unloaded, okay? I know it's unloaded. If you don't think it's unloaded, whatever. When you carry appendix, okay, people say, I would never point a gun at my junk and you're gonna shoot your stuff off and all these things. They say all these things, and it's like, okay, people, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? When you carry appendix, okay, depending on your gun, okay, don't be stupid and take this the wrong way. Depending on the size of your handgun, okay, whether it's a full-size Glock, a mid-size Glock, or a compact like a Smith & Wesson Shield, you may or may not be, the gun may or may not be pointing at your stuff, okay? For a full-size or a compact-size Glock like this, the Glock 26 or 23, when it is in an appendix carry position, it's laying on top of everything, okay? I'm sorry, I don't want to be graphic about stuff, but it's laying on top of everything, and it's not pointing at your stuff. Depending on how deep you carry it, the gun, again, don't get disgusting with the comments. Depending on how deep you carry your gun, okay, it's just going to be laying up against everything. It's not pointing at your junk, okay? If you're carrying a small compact, subcompact gun, you might be pointing it at your junk, okay? But if it has a safety, your safety could be on, could be off. If it's in a Kydex holster, and it's a good quality gun, and it's a good quality holster, the gun ain't gonna just go off, so you don't have to worry about that. Here's the thing. When you carry a gun on your strong side, or on the small of your back, or on the 5 o'clock position, whatever, if you take that gun, and you watch people that do this, that are not consciously thinking about what I'm saying right now, they just naturally how they're doing it, if they're carrying on an outside the waistband, like on a duty rig, a lot of times, yes, their gun will just come straight down and they'll put it in their holster, right? If you're carrying inside the waistband, I would challenge anybody that says that they've never seen this or that they've never done this. When you put your gun away, okay, in your holster, a lot of times, watch the angle of this gun. What is it actually pointing at? I'm going to point this down a little bit just for this demonstration, okay? If you point it into your holster, a lot of times people are going to angle it into their holster. And if you look at that angle, that is going right into my leg. Okay, if this was a loaded gun and I shot, oh my word, I would blow major muscle groups. I could blast my femur out. I could hit arteries and veins, and I could bleed out in seconds. Okay, depending on the ammo you're carrying, depending on a lot of different stuff. But you go to holster a gun like this, which a lot of people will do because they say this is safe. They don't want to point a gun at their junk. They want to point the gun at the ground. Okay, well that's good, except that when you go to holster, a lot of times people are pointing these things at themselves. Okay? And then small of the back, the same thing, if not worse. A lot of times people will dig it into their side, and what are you pointing that at? You're pointing that thing, depending on exactly the position that your holster's in, you could be pointing that thing at your hip, which if you took a bullet to the hip, that ain't fun. Nobody wants to do that. You could be pointing the gun at your spine, depending on how aggressive that angle is. You could point that gun at your spine. If you shoot yourself in the spine, dude, you're dead. Okay? Versus the worst situation, you shoot yourself, your junk off, whatever, for whatever reason, on accident. You know what I'm saying. And I don't want to be graphic, but understand, I'm saying this for this reason. If you were to accidentally shoot your stuff off, it would not be the end of the world. Okay, in real reality, you could easily get a tourniquet on it or whatever and stop the bleeding and get medical attention versus blasting a hole through your femur, you know, and all this area down here, putting a bullet point blank down into this area, or putting a bullet point blank into your hip and your spine. That is something you're not most anybody's not gonna be able to deal with that by themselves, okay? If they're out on the range practicing, or if they're at home or whatever, and they accidentally shoot themselves like that, you're gonna have a hard time surviving that. Versus if you were, heaven forbid, to accidentally shoot your junk off, you could easily enough, depending on your shock levels and all this stuff, you could easily enough fix that, get yourself to the hospital. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that was my little tangent. Put this thing away now. Okay, so if we are drawing from the holster, okay, and we are drawing from the appendix, the same thing happens, okay? Where you would clear your garment, you get a full grip on the gun, pull it out, safety off, and engage your target. When you go to, this is a key thing about not pointing the gun at yourself, put it on safe. You're going to do the same thing in reverse. You're going to clear your garment. I've seen a lot of people do it. I've never been officially taught this, but it works. Use your thumb to find the hole for your holster, right? and then your gun's pointing out away from you. Use your thumb, and then you just put your gun right where it needs to go. Put your garment back. You didn't point the gun at yourself. You're not sitting there jabbing yourself. And you can do the same thing with all the other carry positions, okay? I'm just saying, you see people do it all the time. Not everybody does the whole robotic, how you're supposed to do it. People get lazy, okay? So we're gonna run through this a couple times. You want to be very careful. You want to be very deliberate, okay? When you clear your garment, clear it all the way. When you get a full grip on that gun, you get a full grip on that gun. You come all the way out. You safety off. You know where your hands are pointing. You know where your fingers are, and you shoot. And you do the same thing when you reholster. Very deliberate. You don't need any of this guesswork stuff. That's how people get hurt. That's how people shoot themselves. Wish somebody had told me that. And people did. I was instructed. I just chose to switch things up, and it got myself hurt. There you go. And yeah, I flinched. I'm not that great of a pistol shooter. I'm more of a rifle shooter. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, so there you go. That's how it works. That's how this thing has worked for me. And carry appendix, it would work just fine. I like to carry, I think I'm gonna prefer to carry this on the appendix position because, let me tell you this. I think I talked about it a second ago in the, wherever you carry it, you get your clothes bunched up on it, okay? It's a lot easier to fix your garment if it's by your pockets, okay? Because people put their hands in their pockets all the time, right? Well, if you find yourself with your gun kind of bunched up, you can easily fix it a lot more naturally than if you're always back here doing this whole shirt tuck thing, okay? And in a lot more times than not, you're bending over this way versus bending up, way up, whatever, and reaching somebody seeing your gun, okay? So you know what I'm trying to say. So a lot of times it's easier to keep the gun concealed and to keep control of it when it's up here versus whenever it's back behind you, okay? Do a couple more draws for y'all. And see, I didn't check the location of the holster last time. See, even I still make mistakes. Give the guy an earring. All right, guys, there you go. The We the People holsters. I really like them. Thumbs up. I do not, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time on this, only about a week, but so far I really do like it. I will more than likely be doing an update video on this later down the road as I get more time on it. I really think it is a contender for being my EDC holster. It's just very convenient just to be able to clip it on, whether it's appendix or small the back or wherever. It's going to be hard to beat my ankle rig. That ankle rig is really, really good. Very, very convenient, but this is a little bit more practical in terms of being able to actually use it. So if you have one of these holsters, let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know your thoughts on it, whether you like it or don't like it. If you carry, you know, on the belt, let me know if you think that's a better idea than carrying, you know, on the ankle or other places, or off the body carry. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I've never really done a whole lot of that, but maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know. Let me know if you want a video on that. I could explore that avenue of carry and let you know what I think about it. But let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all watching. Follow me on Instagrams. I try to post on there just pictures and whatnot to keep things spiced up and livened up. Follow me on Gunstreamer. Okay, now the wind's gonna pick up because it doesn't want me to talk about this. But Gunstreamer, I am on there. It seems to be the up and coming pro First Amendment media stream platform, whatever you want to call it. I've put all of my content over there. I'm going to keep posting here to YouTube, or this video is also going to go on Gunstreamer, so it's going to go here in Gunstreamer too, but it's going to go on both of these sites. If Full30 ever lets me post videos, I have my place reserved, but I don't have anything up there yet. But for right now, make sure you follow me on YouTube. Gunstreamers, definitely check them out. I'll leave a link to Gunstreamers down there, and then Instagram, follow me on there too. So just trying to keep y'all posted, trying to keep y'all informed as I get different stuff and test different products and all this kind of thing, and wishy-washy, and I move my hands all over the place. And I ramble. I love to ramble. Maybe I'll just make a video. I should make a video of just me rambling, and I have no purpose whatsoever in the whole video, just me rambling about nothing. It would drive people completely insane. I think it'd be funny. All right, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all be good, be safe. We'll see you in the next video. Good and safe. I don't know. I say things and I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot. I don't know anything. All I do is talk on the internet. I talk on the internet a lot. And people don't know that I actually don't know anything. And then they get mad at me for saying that I do know stuff. Actually, I don't know if anybody's ever said that or not. I don't know. I don't know. I do really like these holsters. Give it another eyeball. Shooting him in the chin. At least I'm hitting him in the head though. There we go, right in the nose. Take care of that cold. This thing does shoot low left. He had to shoot the guy in the head. He's holding somebody hostage. Yep, that worked. Right in the brain cavity. And it's out. There you go.